Hello everybody, this is Delpha, and I hope this will record properly, because I am worried that it won't. For the main reason, I had to do something completely different to record this on a different computer. It could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. You'll probably know if I upload it or not. So from now on I'll probably do shorter videos. But that means it'll also be like the session, might not be always every day that I upload one of these. Just to give you the heads up. And let's carry on with the story. On to chapter 2 now. School hours are actually my hours off. Even though today's Monday, I skipped school in order to perform prioritized tasks. Today I'll be investigating the upcoming redevelopment of the Eastern District. Following the success of the theme parks downtown, they hope to draw a swarm of large-scale entertainment businesses into the region. Though the Azai Corporation doesn't directly deal in real estate, projects like these still bring people knocking on our doors. When you're a front for an organized crime, your special brand of land sharking and property as equation. I don't know. Stop it. I don't care. Honestly, I'm probably gonna try to speed through this. However, I'm very sorry. This is simply an accounting error. I apologize for my mistake. Exactly what I just said a few seconds ago. Even since my meeting with Yuzami 2 days ago, my mind has never been wandering. Has been wandering. Oh god, this is going as a really good start to the video. Yes. Right, I'm heading there now to look for myself. I couldn't concentrate at all yesterday. My head felt sluggish, almost like I wasn't fully awake yet. Which is quite odd, considering I went straight to bed after leaving the coffee house on Central Boulevard. This is Yuzami's fault. I suddenly thought of Yuzami in her penguin suit. After hanging up the phone, I watched the passing crowds with empathy. When I walked past the shop Yuzami worked at, I saw that she wasn't there. What? A voice suddenly called out to me from behind my back. What? What's this all of a sudden?
いや別に行ってみたかっただけです。
Is she retarded?
それよりどうしたんすか？スーツなんか着て。
What about you? Why aren't you in school? Why aren't you at school?
自分は今日は休みです。体調が優れないので。見てくださいよ。めっちゃうつうつとしてるでしょ。
Very gloomy. You always look gloomy. Go get a haircut. And then usually sincere look of surprise erupted on her typical smug face. What?
傷つきました。
Why?
髪は浅井さんのために伸ばしてるんです。
Why would you think I like long hair?
とにかく傷つきました。どれくらい傷ついたかというと、今日の晩ご飯もおごっていただきたいくらいです。
She just wanted to con a meal out of me. That's not going to happen. I'm busy right now.
お仕事ですか？お父さんのお手伝い。
My hesitation was clearly a mistake.
なるほどなるほど。学園を休んでまで頑張ってらっしゃるんですね。
Do you have some business with me? Yuzami laughed. That smug smile was back on her face.
昨日魔王に会ったんですよ。
She spoke so nonchalantly. What did you say? You met
大
Mao?
巻に会いました。
Huh?
かなり見下ろされました。
Oh, damn it, I skipped that. In other words, you did see his face.
声は交わし。
Really? Yuzami is rather eccentric, so one can never be so sure when she is serious or not.
ところで、 浅井さんは昨日もお仕事されてたんですか？
She changed topic again. I can't help but feel that she's trying to corner me. I was. What about it?
浅井さんのお仕事は大抵電話で済むんですかね？
Well, occasionally something comes up that can't be resolved over the phone. But that's neither here nor there. Tell me about Mao.
昨日はどちらに？
What's she getting at? I went to the Central Boulevard in the
そう
afternoon.
っすか。
Other than that, I was at home most of the day.
誰かと会ったりしていましたか？
What's this all about? It's like you're checking my alibi. I only meant it as a joke, but Yuzami responded with a confident
魔
smile.
王はこの街を知り尽くしている人物です。どの路地が最小限の時間で姿を消すのに適しているのか、どんな場所が相手に顔を見られずに逃走できるのか。
Yuzami stared intently into my eyes. It's getting romantic. Ooh. Is he a man?
おそらく。しかし綺麗な声でした。ああいう声を出せる女性がいても
His
おかし
voice?
くはないと思わせられるような
His voice was
中性
beautiful?
的な魅力もありました。
How could a voice be beautiful? I suppose if it was singing, that would make sense. She tiptoed around the question. I guess she wanted to give her opinion without coming to any definite conclusions yet. So he escaped.
残念ながら。
I took out my wallet from my breast pocket of my suit. I want to hear everything in detail. I mentioned towards the coffee shop with my chin.
お仕事はいいんですか？
Don't worry about that. Surveying the Eastern District can wait until the evening.
じゃあ自分カツ丼で。
They don't have it.
あ、つゆだくがいいです。
I'm actually hungry now. Only problem when I play games and they start talking about food, I get hungry. I pretty much heard the whole story.
市内をだいぶ走り回りましたよ。
Yuzami played along with Mao's games and performed fairly well.
最後はしてやられました。姿を見られない場所に誘い込まれているとは気づきませんでした。
In the end, what did Mao want to do?
おそらく私に興味を示したんだと思います。
Interested? Why? Why would someone with the power to circulate drugs in secret be interested in a high school girl?
因縁があるんですよ。
What happened?
それを言うにはまだまだ友情が足りません。
Come on now. Weren't you the one who said we should find Mao together? Yuzami shook her head.
いいですか、浅井さん。我々は敵と書いて友と読むような関係です。利害関係の一致から協力しているだけです。魔王という強大な敵を倒すために一時的に力を貸し合っているのです。
She was so hard to figure out, didn't she? Can't tell if she's basically being friendly towards you or being evil. Well, not evil, but dislikes you. I can't tell.
それ言い過ぎか。仲間なんだけどお互い秘密が多すぎていまいち信用できないだけか。
Your rambling is annoying.
ちなみに浅井さんは敵だった時は強いんだけど仲間になった途端に弱くなるタイプだと。
Not exactly sure what she means by that, but she seems to be mocking me.
まあすいません。自分は魔王に恨みがあるとだけ言っておきます。
Well, I have a grudge against him too. Gonzo came down pretty hard on me because of that guy. I processed all the information, so Mao already knows everything about you, from your job to to this coffee shop. He even knows your nickname Hero.
ですね。
On top of that, he prepared graffiti in advance, and he used his lackeys to relay the messages to you. He probably uses the same kids to move his drugs around. Mao must be a person with a lot of power.
どういう意味で実力者ですか？
Well, At the very least, he has a lot of money. He has someone working to gather information on you, doesn't he?
あるいは私の近くにいる人間こそが魔王なんでしょう。
After all this time, it was Ichi. Or Echi. I don't want to call him. I'll call him both. So that's why she was interrogating me about yesterday.
まあ身元の割れない携帯電話を用意するあたりも中東ですよね。
He must be quite familiar with the ways of the underworld. I'm beginning to get a faint picture of what this guy is like. What about his age and stature?
年は若いと。
Because his voice sounded young?
それもありますが、行動に子供のような遊び心が伺えるからです。
I guess you could put it that way. If he wasn't a little brat, he wouldn't be playing hide and seek along the Central Boulevard.
断定はできませんが。
Of course, many successful businessmen also have a playful mind. Some people don't forget their youthful passions. In fact, many people have found unexpected success when branching out into work into work. Okay, that, as an observation would put it, allows them to play
浅井
around.
さんのお仕事の話ですか？
Well, I only just happen to talk to people like that by tagging along with my dad. I averted my eyes without thinking.
浅井さんは仕事のことになると目つきが変わりますね。
Of course, because we're talking about money. Money isn't a game.
心なしか声色も変わるような気がします。
Tsubaki once told me that too. Like I said, my work involves handling money during negotiations. I speak from the chest to make it harder for them to get a read on me.
そうですか。かっこいいですね。
I'm being stared at. I sighed and said, "You think I'm Mao?" Yuzami nodded without hesitation.
可能性はゼロではないです。
Does my voice resemble Mao's?
それは何とも言えません。ただ、浅井さんの声は時として変わるなと思っただけです。
If you want to talk suspects, I'd say we can't even rule you out yet.
いや、それはないっす。
And why not?
私自身が魔王ではないと知っているからです。
Well, I know that I'm not Mao.
説得力がありませんね。
Neither of you. Yuzami smiled wearily. Okay, how about this?
はい。
Let's make a deal.
最低限、私たちはお互いを疑わないということですか？
It's good to know that we understand one another.
別に、私は浅井さんを疑っているわけじゃありませんよ。
I like to believe that myself, but if you put it down a security deposit, then I might believe you.
まあ、わかりました。何にせよ、浅井さんのことは信用していますよ。
Surely no one would trust someone they barely know unconditionally. Thank you very much. Yuzami stood up from her seat.
それじゃあ自分、学園行きますんで。
Aren't you taking the day off?
体調が悪いんで休もうかとも思いましたけど、やっぱりサボりはまずいと思うので。
I suddenly realized something. You're actually being serious about not feeling well, aren't you?
まあ、病院に寄るつもりでした。
Do you have a weak condition or something? I never would have guessed.
いえ、たくましくも可憐なはずですが、スポーツは苦手です。
I'm not sure what she's getting at. Are you going to call a cab?
お金ないので。
Tell me when your payday is, and I'll let you borrow some money.
取り立てるってことですか？遠慮しておきます。
Alright then. Well, stay in touch. There's some sort of history between Yuzami and Mao. She said it was a grudge, but I'm not sure about the details. However, if they have such history, there's always a chance that Mao will attempt to contact her again in the future. As long as I keep a good relationship with Yuzami, I might be able to pick up some information.
どうしました？考え事ですか？
Huh? Well,
何を考えているか。
I've almost taken a shine to the cleverness of hers.
浅井さんにとって私がどれくらい役に立つか。
It seems getting close to her won't be a waste of my time. By bizarre coincidence, I ran into Sabaki. It was just as I was about to head to the Central Boulevard subway station.
やっぱり浅井くんだ。
She can see my face too clearly for me to pretend I didn't see her. Oh, are you going home now?
学園どうしたの？
I knew she was going to ask me that. Okay. Yeah, those were my attempts at trying to play this and record it, so there is some information I already know about. I don't know about all of it, but just some of it. I saved it as well, mainly because I have the idea that we're on her love path, or whatever, her route, as some people would call it, or something like that, or we're getting close to it, or something like that. Usually, in these visual novels, they will have moments where you get to choose certain situations on who you should get with to begin with, or whatever. Sometimes it's usually just one or two little options, like, yes, I'll date this person, and there's the other one which will be no. But what I've looked up is, in this game, they have multiple questions, meaning if you want to get with a certain character, you're probably going to want to play it nice with that character. I think they do give you an option, even if you do play it nice, but still. Tell her I'm cutting. Make an excuse. Always best to tell the truth. I was cutting class.
Huh?
Tsubaki froze. Her blank look resembled that of a child who had left behind by her parents.
サボるってどういうこと？
It seems the very concept of cutting class isn't in the school's head. Well, I just went out to have some fun.
ダメだよ。それはいけないことだよ。
Oh, sorry, you were the class representative, after all, right?
クラス委員だからじゃなくて心配してたんだよ。
Worried?
うん。病欠って担任の先生から聞いてたから。
Really?
でも病気じゃなくてよかった。今度からはちゃんと本当のこと教えてね。
She had such a warm gaze. For some reason, I couldn't help but avert my eyes. You live in the Eastern District, right?
うん、そうだよ。
Why don't we part ways there together?
え？東区に用事でもあるの？
Ah, yes. I need to visit someone.
お友達？
Well, you could put it that way.
浅井くんはお友達多いな。
In real life too, yes. I do have a lot of friends. We walked amongst the sea of people towards the subway station ticket counter. Land grabbing. Oh no, we're gonna have to go through a tutorial on how to land grab. Okay, everybody. To put it bluntly, that's my business there. In the Eastern District, where Tsubaki lives, a large-scale ski resort is under construction. However, the area used to be nothing but farmland. The landowners have owned the property for ages. One company was very particular about buying all the land quickly. After some investigation, I discovered that it was a subsidiary of the Sanon Corporation. If you even think about doing something big in the town, Sano's omnipresent name will come up sooner or later. The Sano Corporation is a perfectly clean company, of course, but if there's a problem they can't settle, clearly they leave the dirty work to us. 5 families. Our contract with the Sanao requires us to drive 5 families away from their
浅井
land.
くん、そろそろ着くよ。
The subway exit opened near a small park. This place is different from Central Boulevard. The sea of people is nowhere to be found. Sure is cold out here.
山が近いからかな。
As Sakabaki was talking, my cell phone vibrated inside my breast pocket. Sorry, I gotta take this. It's Miki-chan. Hello, yes, I see, not a problem. Then how about next week, okay?
電話、
Yeah, it was just a friend.
ひょっとして、彼女さん？
I don't have a girlfriend.
前にいるって言ってなかったっけ？
I don't remember ever saying that.
本当にいないの？
Nope, not. Still single and ready to mingle. I'm not the type of for serious commitment.
そっか。そうなんだ。私、勘違いしてた。
She seemed embarrassed, but also kind of happy.
彼女さんいるなら、あんまり一緒に歩いたり、CD 買いに行ったりしたらダメかなって思ってたの。
Even if I did have one, that would be fine.
うん。でも、悪い気がしてたの。
She took a deep breath to show her relief. Apparently, to Tsubaki, something of that extent was a major offense. I have some pretty complicated feelings about this one. To be honest, I kind of find her a little hard to deal with. She doesn't do anything, do any of the normal, the things a normal person would deliberately do to be liked by others. And naturally, when a person is too kind, you have a hard time believing they're genuine.
どうしたの？何か不機嫌？
Even so, she has good intuition. Well, I'll be going now.
どこに行くの？
The address is... Her eyes widened when I read, when she heard me repeat the street and number. Tsubaki had always been an interesting girl. She possessed so much of what I lacked. The thought of becoming deeply involved with her crossed my mind.
あ、それって。
Coincidence dictated that this thought would become reality.
うちの家の住所だよ。
Dun 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 dun. Chapter 2. Kidnapping spree. Uh-oh. Is she gonna get kidnapped? And then it's our job to save her? But then depending on our options beforehand, depends if she falls in love with us or not? Well then, I think that might be a good place to leave it then. Seeing as the game's kind of did it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, all that. And if you want to leave me a suggestion on what game you want me to play, I'll try to buy it and play it. Though, let's just say I won't be able to play all the games, because it's gonna take, so don't expect them even to pop out all of a sudden. Anyway, thank you for watching. Goodbye.